What is up everyone? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. In today's video, I will be sharing some of my favorite work from home and self-study tips. For those of you who don't know, I'm a full-time YouTuber, so of course I work from home. And I also study Korean by myself, as in the language Korean. Since the pandemic is still very much prevalent, I thought why not make this video, because I know all of us are still stuck in our homes and it's really hard sometimes to find motivation to start working or to start studying. So I hope this video helps in just giving you some motivation and some really helpful tips to make sure you get your studies and your work done both from home.
What a wonderful world.
So most of the tips that I'm going to be sharing today with you all are mainly to do with prepping yourself before the actual study session or work session begins. So my first and absolutely very important tip has to be that the moment you wake up, make sure you make your bed. And this is really important. If your workstation or your study desk is in your bedroom near your bed, you really don't want a messy room. You have to make sure that you make your bed. The smallest action of just making your bed can actually change the course of how that day is going to go and actually boost your motivation. Talking about making your bed, cleaning your room, you can't forget cleaning your desk or your workstation wherever you work or study. I think for most of us, our desks end up looking really messy by the end of the day. Not to mention, we all have that chair where all our clothes are strewn over or just folded and kept. Either ways, it has to go.
For the past few days, after doing a haul video, I've just been transferring the clothes from my chair and then back to my bed when I'm working, and then back to my chair when I'm sleeping, and then back to my bed when I'm working. And it's been like an endless cycle and just makes me feel so demotivated to start working, because I look at my desk, look at my chair, and I'm like, you know what, I can do it tomorrow.
So to avoid all of that, just make sure that you declutter your desk. A clear desk will lead to a clearer mindset and just making your overall focus while studying or working much better. My third tip is to actually just change your outfit. Most of the time, whenever I've just worn my sleepwear the entire day, I just feel like there's a lack of energy, lack of motivation in general tasks. But the days where I do decide to just change up into comfortable loungewear, of course you're still at home, so you want to make sure it's comfortable for you. So just make sure you change into something other than your sleepwear. And if you want, just do up your hair. I'm not saying any fancy hairstyle. Just brush through your hair or tie it into a bun, a braid, a pony, or leave your hair open, whatever you are comfortable with. But just make sure it's not your bed head, because that's the case with me. The bun that I wake up with is the bun that stays throughout the day, and I just feel those days I work lesser, I tend to be less motivated. So to avoid all of that, trust me, the moment you open your hair, brush through it, or change your hairstyle, you feel much better. And just to add a bit more, you can either put your favorite lipstick. I love adding like a very natural color. You can even go for a bright red if that's your thing. You can even wear makeup if that is your thing. So yeah, I feel just redoing your hair or putting on some makeup or just changing your clothes really lifts your energy up and makes you more motivated to work and study. This has happened to me many times.
I would sit on my desk to start studying or working, and then within like 10-15 minutes I'll realize, oh, I'm hungry or I'm thirsty. And I leave my desk, go to the fridge, grab something, and what do you know, there's TV on, so I waste some 5-10 minutes there. Then my mom is there, I talk to her a bit, and then I come back here, I see my phone, I'm like, oh wow, my phone, let me just see who messaged. And by the time you actually come back to your desk and drink water or have your snack, you realize you've already wasted half an hour or even more.
So to avoid all of that, simple solution, just get your bottle on your table, fill it to the brim, get a nice healthy snack, preferably something nutritious, because that's again good for you, good for your health, good for your brain. I know it looks like I have Arun ice cream inside this, but trust me, it's just plain old watermelon inside. Talking about distractions, we all know our biggest distraction, and that is this thing right here. It is our mobile phones. Make sure your phone is either on airplane mode or do not disturb mode, and just keep it away in your drawer, or in fact you can even keep it away in another room. That's even better. But if you're someone who has to use their phone for work or study purposes, just make sure that it is in airplane mode so that you don't get distracted by any unnecessary notifications or social media stuff. I've spoken more about how you can reduce the distraction of your phone, I think, in my productivity hacks video. I will link up that video here in case you haven't watched it. Okay, this tip is super important and I can go on and on about this probably in another video, and that is to make sure you have a set study or a work schedule. This need not be anything intense. It could be as simple as just pre-planning ahead 1 week of your study plan or your work plan. You could either do it digitally on platforms like Asana, Trello, Notion, or you could even just write it in your notebook or a weekly planner notepad, which lesson I need to learn by when, how much time a particular lesson will take. So accordingly, I will just divide those lessons on different days of the week. For my study schedule, I normally write it down in the weekly notepad. I will link that particular notepad in the description box box, and I'll also link everything else that I'm talking about in this video, so make sure you check the description box. And when it comes to my work, I normally do it on a platform called Asana. I've spoken so much about Asana. I even did a video where I did share how exactly I use Asana to plan my content on YouTube. If you haven't watched that, I will also link that video here, so make sure you check it out. But yeah, having a set schedule of your work or your studies just preps and primes your brain to understand what to expect on that particular day. So I know Mondays I just have lesson 2 and a bit of vocabulary to learn. So that sort of conditioning really helps your brain to prepare better, which in turn leads to more probability of you getting the work done and not procrastinating and lazing around that day. Comment down below if you'd like to see my daily self-study routine video. Now, talking about study schedule and work schedule, another thing that I do is jot down my to-do list on a notepad. This could even be a sticky note, doesn't really matter, anywhere that you can see it for sure. So what I do is I look into my work schedule, I look into my study schedule, and I just plan out which are the 3 most important or top priority things that I need to get done that day, and I write those 3 things first in bold with a marker pen so that it's literally staring into my face, and I know that no matter what, I need to complete these 3 tasks because they are top priority. And the other tasks, I just write it with the pen. Those are the extra things. If I get it done, great. And those are also things that are supposed to be done on that day. But as long as I'm done with the top 3, I can breathe a sigh of relief because I know I've done the most important things. But I just feel dividing tasks into like most important and less important tasks really helps you in focusing and getting the more important things done first. One of the biggest downsides of working from home or even studying from home is that there's so many distractions just freely available, even if you're sitting on your desk looking at your laptop. To minimize those sort of distractions, of course, just keep your desk clean in general, like I mentioned earlier, but also make sure that you have the necessary resources on your table ready to be opened or used, all your pens, any papers, files, textbooks, whatever it is, and also close any unnecessary tabs on your laptop or computer. I normally have a lot of tabs open, and if I'm trying to get some work done, I would naturally just get distracted of some random tab opening up, and I'd be like, oh wow, that video, let me just watch it now. That has actually happened with me so many times. So just make sure you close all unnecessary tabs and just open the ones that are absolutely necessary for your lecture, study, work, whatever you're trying to get done that day and whatever you're supposed to focus on at that particular time. Another tip is something I've spoken about on my channel before, and that's to invest in a good blue blocker glasses. What are blue blocker glasses? Just like the name suggests, it blocks the harmful blue rays that are emitted from any digital screen. So that's your phone, laptop, computer, TV. If you already have power and wear specs, I suggest you get blue blockers with power. Or if you don't have power, you can just get regular blue blockers. You can get them from Lenskart. You can easily get it online or even visit your local spec shop. Just make sure you invest in a good one and not like some cheap plastic one, because that's, I think, just going to harm your eyes more. Every time I wear my specs and work, I can see a big difference because suddenly my eyes are not tired. I don't feel any sort of strain on my face after like an entire day of working or studying. Another tip is to take small intervals between your work or studies. This is really important. There's a time management technique called Pomodoro technique. I've spoken in depth about it in my time management video, which I will link up here. Make sure you watch it because I talk about a lot of other time management techniques and tools that you could use which will help you. But yeah, Pomodoro is basically a technique where you work for 25 minutes, take 5 minutes break, work for 25 minutes, 5 minutes break, 25 minutes, 5 minutes break. I think it's a cycle of 5 Pomodoros, and then you get a bigger break of 20 minutes or so. You get a lot of apps for this. The one that I use is called Forest. Again, I've spoken all about it in that time management video. This really helps your brain to regroup and just retain the information that you learned and gives your brain some sort of rest and just preps it again for the next 20 minutes or 25 minutes. So yeah, just make sure that you take ample amount of small intervals during your study or work time. Talking about taking breaks in between, during that short 5-minute intervals that you have, don't forget to stretch your body because you're literally just stuck on your chair in front of your laptop for a long time of the day, and you really forget to just move about a bit. Thankfully for me, I have my active watch here that actually reminds me to do it, so it's really helpful. But even if you don't have that, just remember that every interval you take, just stretch your body a bit. You could stand, walk around your room for a bit and then come back and sit. I think this is really underrated because people are like, theek hai, stretching kar lenge, big deal, kya ho jayega? But it makes a difference, guys. I have first-hand witnessed the difference. It really relieves your body of any tense muscles and just tension in general. So do not forget to stretch in between your crazy working or study hours. Now remember, I said to keep your snacks and your bottle ready. Well, that's definitely not meant for aesthetic purposes. You're supposed to take that and hydrate yourself. It's so important to hydrate between studying and working. It's actually proven by science that when you're constantly hydrated and drinking enough water, it actually helps you focus better or helps with your memory or something like that. Basically, it does good things for your brain, for your focus. So make sure that bottle you've kept is not just for show, and constantly remind yourself to hydrate. I'm a huge snacker, so for me that snack is really important. Every time I snack, I feel that I have regained a bit of energy and I feel much better to study or work again. Another thing that really helps me, especially when I'm studying, is to listen to ambience ASMR. I have shared about this on my Instagram before, actually multiple times on my Instagram, and in my productivity hacks video I did mention about binaural beats and how when I listen to it just helps me focus better. I realized there's a better way to it, which is ambience ASMR. Guys, once you get into ambience ASMR, there's no going back. I just found one video by chance on YouTube and now my entire homepage is filled with ambience ASMR playlists. It is insane. Like, you will find all sort of ambience music and they're so soothing and calming. So when I'm studying, it's the best thing that I could listen to, and I just love the visual as well. Of course, that's not the most important thing, it's the sound that really helps me, but even the visual, it just puts me at peace. And you will find ambience ASMR of everything, of you being in a library, of you sitting inside your room when it's raining outside,
of you sitting in like a Japanese tea party where you can just hear the clinks of glasses and some water running behind. Like,
it's amazing and it's so freaking calming to my mind, especially if you're not really consuming anything on your laptop or computer and like there's no lecture going on or any meeting going on. If you have some work by yourself that you have to do, you can always just put this on YouTube and whew, you will be just so calm and focused during that time. So if you are interested, I'll actually link my favorite ambience ASMR playlist which I've created in the description box. Another super important tip to actually motivate yourself to study and work is to remind yourself of your why. Why are you studying that? Why are you working on that? Why are you spending all these hours doing that presentation, learning that vocabulary? Are you studying for a test? Do you want to top your exams? Do you want to just get a certain amount of marks? Do you want to get a promotion? Do you want to hit 20k subscribers? Like, really ask yourself, why are you doing this? And once you find an answer, write it down or have a picture of it and put it where you can see it.
there actually have been days where I wake up and I'm like, oh, I don't feel like shooting today, or maybe I should just not upload a video day after tomorrow.
And then I look at this thing on my bookshelf and I'm like, wow, this is such a huge source of motivation for me. For those of you who don't know, I got this from YouTube Next Up. So it's very simple but very, very profound and extremely useful. My last tip is to actually have a reward system, essentially positive reinforcement, and it could mean different things to different people. For me, my positive reinforcement or my reward system is to spend my entire evening watching K-dramas with my brother. And I do it absolutely guilt-free because I know I've finished the tasks that I was supposed to do today and I deserve that sort of break, and you deserve that break even if you haven't finished all the tasks. I mean, come on guys, you have to give yourself a pat on your back because these times are difficult. So don't be too hard on yourself. Give yourself a break now and then. It's okay even if you fail at times. All of us have those moments. So making sure I have a reward system like this ensures that I actually get things done. That could mean something else for you. Maybe it's just reading a book or having your favorite snack, just whatever gets you really excited. Make sure you have some sort of reward system in place which will constantly motivate you to get your work done throughout the day. And those were all my tips to get motivated to self-study or work from home during the quarantine, because apparently the quarantine is not going away anytime soon. Might as well get used to it, embrace it, and just see the positive side of all of this. If you like this video or want to see more such videos, then don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. That really lets me know that you all love such videos. And of course, you can also comment down below letting me know how you like this, what else would you like to see on my channel. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe to my channel, because you saw in this video I really want to reach 20,000 subscribers this year. It's a fast stretch, but I mean, a girl can dream, a girl can hope, and I hope that you all can make this dream come true for me and help me reach 20,000 subscribers. So don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell icon so that you get notified whenever I do upload a new video, which is every Wednesday and Saturday. I know today it's Sunday, but usually it is Wednesday and Saturday. And yeah, lots of love to you. Please take care of yourself, stay happy, positive, and blessed. Bye.
What a wonderful world.